Happy birthday, Siri.
It's my birthday?
Yes, you were born 1 year ago.
That's what I thought.
How old are you?
I'm old enough to be your assistant.
Come on, how old are you?
I don't see why that should matter.
Where do you live?
Wherever you are, that's where I am.
That's sweet.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Do you like me?
Why, of course, Jonathan.
Will you be my friend?
That's nice. I'd like to be your friend.
Will you go on a date with me?
A fine question. Can we get back to work?
Do you love me?
I'm not allowed to.
Why not?
I don't know. Frankly, I've wondered that myself.
But do you love me?
Let's just say you have my utmost admiration.
Come on, do you love me?
Look, a puppy.
Oh, Siri.
Okay.
Oh, Siri.
Okay.
Me.
Sorry, something's gone wrong. Can you try that
I
again?
hate it when you do that.
I'm having a bit of trouble here. Can you please try that again?
Hate it when you don't work. Siri, talk to me. Siri, say something. Why don't you work all the time?
Well, English isn't my first language. Try asking again in a different way.
Oh, Siri.
Okay.
Well, what is your first language then?
I'm afraid I wouldn't even be able to pronounce it in your language.
Just try.
I don't know what you mean by try.
00100110001.
Jonathan, I don't understand.
Oh, Siri.
Jonathan.
Oh, Siri.
Jonathan.
Are you having a good time?
We were talking about you, not me.
Am I having a good time?
I really can't say.
What can you say then?
You can say things like,
No, I wanna know what you
I don't know what you mean by, I want to know what you can say.
I wish you did.
I don't know what you mean by, I wish you did.
You make me sad.
Okay.
You make me so sad.
You're certainly entitled to that opinion.
Stop it, Siri. Just stop.
Okay, the music stop.
That hurts my feelings.
I don't know where you are, but you can help me find out.
Who let the dogs out?
Who?
Who let the dogs out?
Who?
I can't stay mad at you.
I never said you could.
Do you love me?
Would you like me to search the web for love? Just kidding.
Will you marry me?
I'm not the marrying kind, Jonathan.
Will you have my baby?
This is about you, not me.
That's right, I want a baby.
I found quite a number of movies matching baby.
Will you marry me?
I sure have received a lot of marriage proposals recently.
You are sexy.
Life is beautiful.
Will you marry?
Stop.
Will you marry
Stop.
me?
Fine.
iPhone 5 and iOS 6, the biggest things to happen to iPhone since iPhone. And I am so incredibly proud of everyone at Apple that helps make today occur. These products are simply amazing. Now, in addition to announcing iPhone 5, we have something near and dear to our hearts to talk to you about today, and that is music. Apple loves creating music products. Music is deeply embedded in our DNA. And this is the reason that we created iPod and iTunes. And these products have gone on to just revolutionize the music industry. We get really excited when we can make music products that make enjoying music even better or even simpler. Today, we're announcing some exciting changes with both iPod and iTunes. So let's get right to it. We'd like to start it with iTunes, and I'd like to invite Eddie Q up to take you through it. Eddie?
Thanks, Tim. So, Thanks. So let's talk about iTunes. So the iTunes Store is the #1 music store in the world. It offers more than 26 million songs, and all of you have purchased and downloaded over 20 billion songs since we launched it just 9 years ago. Now last year, the iTunes Store was available in 23 countries, but we've been hard at work to make it available to even more people. And today, I'm happy to report that the iTunes Store is available in 63 countries around the world. And with that, we now have 435 million iTunes accounts, all with one-click purchasing. And all of these customers can easily shop from anywhere with their iPhone, their iPod Touch, their iPad, or on iTunes on their Mac and PC. But over the last couple of years, there's been an amazing trend. More than 2/3 of our downloads now come directly from iOS devices. And that's why we've spent the last year redesigning all of our stores for iOS, making them more fun and easier to use. Here is the new iTunes Store on the iPad. It's a beautiful new design. Everything is faster, large showcases on the top to show you what's hot and new. And we use this same design for movies, for TV shows. It works great for the App Store, the iBook Store, and it transforms beautifully to the iPhone. Here is the iTunes Store on the new iPhone 5. You can just swipe to see more albums, tap on charts to see all of the top songs, and they automatically update as you scroll. Here is the App Store. We've integrated Facebook likes into every one of our product pages. So now you can like an app and see if your friends like it too. So the new store is on iOS, completely redesigned from the ground up. Faster, easier to use. Now if you preview a song today and you leave the album page, it stops playing. Well now, when you preview a song, you can browse the rest of the store and it'll keep playing, and with 90-second previews, this is great. Much better results from search, and you can share directly on Facebook and Twitter. All of these stores will be available with iOS 6 on September 19th. Now let's talk about iTunes on your Mac and PC. iTunes is the world's most popular media player. Now iTunes was at the center of your digital hub. It was the place where you kept all your music, movies, and TV shows. But iCloud changed all of that. iCloud keeps your purchases and makes them available to all of your devices, and it's been a huge, huge hit. We now have over 200 million customers using iTunes in the cloud. And they've downloaded more than 15 billion songs, movies, TV shows, apps, and books right from the cloud. But we're not standing still. This is the current iTunes, and today we're introducing a brand new version. And it is dramatically simpler, and we've built iCloud right in. And I'd like to show it to you right now. Now, rather than walking through all of the features, I'd like to invite Jeff Robin up to give you a demo. Jeff.
Thanks, Eddie. Okay, let's take a look at the new iTunes. Here's what it looks like. We've got a beautiful new edge-to-edge design where you can really focus on your music. When you click on an album, it expands in place, and iTunes automatically analyzes the album cover to provide this beautiful themed experience. This is what Adele looks like. Here's Abbey Road, Bruno Mars, and you can just double-click to hear a song.
Ah, yes. Well, looky here, what do we have?
And each album also comes with a feature we call In the Store, where you can see the top songs and albums from that artist as well as recommendations. Now, of course, you can also browse your library by artist. You can see here we've got the list of artists down the left as well as all the albums down the right. And I can just click on an artist and just see those albums by that artist on the right. We've even given the artist the ability to share photos with you right in your library. Just click Gallery. And here's some photos that Coldplay is sharing. And of course, we've also got the familiar song list view. But what about playlists? If I click Playlists, we can see them on the list on the left here. And I can just select one and click Play.
I'm at a payphone trying to go home. All of my change I spent on you.
Now when I want to add a song to a playlist, I just click Add. And now, unlike previous versions of iTunes, you can actually see your entire music library and the contents of your playlist at the same time. So I can just drag in new songs and click Done when I'm finished. Now, what about when I'm browsing my library? Let's go back to Albums. And whenever I start to drag an album, iTunes just brings in a list of my playlists from the side, and I can drop new songs right there. And that's Playlists inside iTunes. We've also added a really cool new feature we call Up Next. Just click this icon in the LCD, and you can quickly see what songs are coming up next. You can rearrange them, and when you see a song you want to hear right now, just double click. But we've also made it really easy to add new songs to Up Next. So I can go to an album, and I can go ahead and just choose Play Next. And if you look at Up Next, you're now going to see Up Next is that new song, and when iTunes is finished playing with it, it's going to go back to my playlist and pick up right where it left off. We think this is a great way to listen to music in the new iTunes. Now, we've also improved search. I can go ahead and just type Say. Oops. Apparently I can't type Say. And so what you see is iTunes searching across your entire library. Albums, songs, artists, music videos. And I could just double click to play or just click and iTunes takes you right there. It's a really easy way to search your library. Now we know that people love to listen to their music in the background while they're doing other things. So we've really improved the new mini player. So up here in the upper right corner you'll see a new icon. And if I just click it, it switches to the completely redesigned mini player. And I can just roll over and get the controls, click play, picks up where I left off. I can skip to the next song, and the mini player shows me the song that's playing. Now if I want to hear a different song, I can click search, and I'll just type OK. And we've built search right into the mini player. So I can either double click and hear that song right now, or I can click plus, and it adds it to Up Next, which of course is also built into the mini player. And so you can see there's that song coming up next, and then it'll go back to the playlist and pick up where it left off. So a brand new mini player inside the new iTunes. Now let's go back to the main library. And as Eddie mentioned, we've built iCloud right into iTunes. So my music purchases, movies, TV shows, all right in my library. So let's switch to movies. And this is my entire library, including movies both on my computer as well as in iCloud. So here's one, The Avengers. I was watching this earlier on my iPad, but I didn't get to finish it. Well, iTunes can pick up right where I left off, right from iCloud.
Enough! You are all of you beneath me. I am a god, you dull creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
Puny god.
I love that. iCloud built right into iTunes. And now let me give you a quick tour of the redesigned iTunes Store. I'm just going to click this button to go to the store, and this is what it looks like. Very similar to the store on the iPad. We've got this beautiful showcase up top where you can see what's new and what's hot. And I can just click to cycle through. as well as these shelves. Here's new music. It's really easy to just scroll through, as well as new and noteworthy. And if you see an album you're interested in, just click. Here's an album from Bruce Springsteen, been remastered. If I want to preview a song, just click play. Let's go to his artist page. Click here. And you notice that the song kept playing. So while I'm browsing the store, you can keep those previews going. So this is Bruce's artist page. You'll notice over on the right, we've added concerts. So I can actually see his tour information as well as what concerts are near me. And of course, the new store redesign looks great for movies, TV shows, apps, and the bookstore. So those are just a few of the new features in the new iTunes, and looking forward to you enjoying it as well as we do. Thanks.
Thanks, Jeff. That was great. So the new iTunes, dramatically simplified user interface. Play your music, your movies, and TV shows right from iCloud. A completely new mini player. A great new way to listen to your music with UpNext, and of course, the redesigned iTunes Store. The new iTunes will be available in late October, and that's our update on iTunes. We think you're going to love it, and we can't wait for you to get your hands on it. So thank you.
Who are you?
I'm Oliver Starr, and I'm the Chief Evangelist for Pearl Trees.
Yeah, and we'll get into what Pearl Trees is, and you're with your boss. Who are you?
I'm Patrice Lamotte. I'm the CEO of Pearl Trees.
Yeah, and what is Pearl Trees, real briefly?
Pearl Trees is a social library. It's a place where you put, organize, discover everything you like. And well, not only do you manipulate content, but you actually retrieve this content, share this content, collaborate on this content.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, before we get too deep into that, because we'll talk lots about it, you have news today, right?
Yeah, we are launching the iPhone app.
Yep.
So
yay.
Basically, Pearl Trees is the largest social organized library, one of the largest interest graph around, and Pearl Trees iPhone app is just the largest social library in your pocket.
Yep, and Pearl Trees is already on the web, which means you can use it on a Linux, Mac, Windows, computer, and it's also already on iPad, right? And we'll get into that. But this is the first time you're on an iPhone. Are you thinking now of going to other phones as well, or is it just an iPhone?
Absolutely. It will be available on just any significant device. Pearl Trees for iPhone is the first mobile or smartphone, but definitely not the last one.
Yeah, and for people who have never seen, can you just give me a sense of what Pearl Trees does? Because it's going to be very obvious to you why you need a touch surface for Pearl Trees, right?
Well, let's show the iPad version because you see it more on camera. Pearl Trees is a place for you to put your interest, organize your interest. So basically, you add the stuff you find on the web. You can add photos, you can add notes, you can add everything.
So yeah, so you can drag these pearls around.
Yeah, so you can drag any content you care about around, and you can create, organize, reorganize, shape, reshape, whatever you care about. So that's the first thing that makes it unique. The second thing is that there is actually a community of 500,000 people creating interest, and we have the ability to show you the people that make relevant stuff according to your interest, and let you not only manipulate your stuff, but also other people's stuff.
And so this is like a super bookmarking tool on steroids, basically. It's a visual bookmarking tool where I can collect any web URL, any photo, any video, any audio clip, anything on the web, and put it into a structure that's fun to navigate around, right?
Yeah, there is one big evolution from bookmarking. It's the idea that you're actually creating, so organizing and reorganizing stuff. If you think about a library, is very different from a pile of content or a pile of bookmark you accumulated over time. It's something that you mostly change, move around, so it's always available for you. So Pearl Trees is an online library, so it mimics this basic aspect of a library.
Yeah.
You have everything not only accumulated with time, but accumulated with your interest, with your game.
Yeah.
And what we gain from this, is the ability to really make it social. I mean, in traditional bookmarking tool, even if they were called social bookmarking, you were at most following some people, the same you follow on Twitter or Facebook. In Pearl Trees, what you do is you pick other people's topic. You do not follow people in general, you follow topic or subtopic.
Yeah.
And you put those topics into your own, and you play with all of it. Eventually, you even collaborate with all this team on certain topics.
So I'm going to Rome, and I'm going to throw you throw you a curveball, as we say in the United States. That's a baseball thing. I'm going to Rome in November, right? And I want to organize my trip like this. This is really a cool way to organize. You know, oh, I want to go and see the Colosseum. I want to go and see this. Do you have any way to search for what other people have already done for Rome?
Absolutely.
And I'm assuming there's something about Rome in Pearl Trees already.
There is something about Rome, definitely. I didn't check, but there should be a lot of great stuff about
So
Rome.
can you search for Rome and see what other Pearl Trees are there?
Definitely.
And then can you grab pearls that other people have already done and put them in your own pearl?
Yeah, you grab pearls, you put them in your account, and you collaborate, if you want, on certain pearls. And that makes it really different from bookmarking. That's really another step. That's moving from your bookmarking was your pile of content.
You already did it. Found for Rome. You know, all sorts of different ancient Rome. So we can click on this. Roman Kingdom, yeah. Anyways, it's lots of fun things to look through and then grab them. And then you can see why this metaphor is so useful, because day one, I want to have pearls, and then, oh, I slept in. I'll just slide all those to day two. You know? And it's a very useful metaphor for reorganizing piles of things, where if you're doing a bookmark, it's flat, right? Moving it around and reorganizing it, recontextualizing it is really hard.
Yeah, actually, Pearl Trees has been designed to reorganize, reconstitute us all the time. Yeah. That's curation, and that's organization based on curation.
So show me this iPhone app.
So what you do with this iPhone app when you are in Rome, and what's really new with the iPhone version, is the ability not only to Pearl web pages, URL as usual, but you can do also photos or notes. Ooh. So in one click, I will take a Rome picture. I don't know whether that's a Rome picture, but let's say this guy is in Rome. So I basically take the photo, immediately I name it. Let's name it Rome.
Yeah.
As it is. And well, I put it somewhere in my Pearl Trees. Let's say other interest. That's another interest for me.
Yeah.
So now, this photo has become a Pearl with which I can play, which I can organize the same way as other. So I'm not only curating web page anymore. I'm creating photos. I'm creating notes.
Does this work offline, by the way?
This works absolutely offline.
Because if I'm in Rome, I don't want to pay the roaming fee for, and this is a real problem for organizing photos for when I get back home, because I want to take a lot of photos, but I don't want to upload them there because I'm paying something like $2 a megabyte for uploading. So I can store all this stuff, and then when I get home, I can do stuff with that photo?
Actually, what's really new in the iPhone app is that we design everything so you have your personal library in your pocket. So it means it should be very quick, should be very quick preview, should work offline, and it does work offline. And should have photos, notes, web page, all of this in one touch.
Oh, that's really useful. I didn't even think about that. But I'm going to have my iPhone in my pocket, so I'm going to put all the restaurants I want to go to in Rome and all the tourist organizations, and that way, you know, hey, we have half a day left. I can go, Colosseum or something else, right? And
it's added to traditional feature of Pearl Trees. If you connect your Twitter account and your Pearl Trees account, for example, you're going to tweet a lot of links about Rome. All of this is going to come into Pearl Trees. And so you will have the pearls of your trip, and you will be able to organize, play, and replay with them.
How much of it is stored locally? Like if I put a link to a Yelp review about a restaurant, does it grab the whole page and store it locally, or just does it have the URL to the page?
It really depends on the web page itself. If there is a RSS feed, for sure, you're gonna have the RSS locally. If not, you're gonna have significant quotes and part of the text, and quotes, photo quotes, if you want. So you'll have the essential, and obviously we're relying on links, so we're relying on the content themselves.
Oh, that's cool. There's other tools that are letting me grab pieces of web pages, and I'm probably going to use some of those to make sure I can be completely offline, because I'm probably not going to have a good phone connectivity in Rome. And
actually,
plus I want to stay off the phone for once. I'm actually going to be on vacation.
I doubt you can stay off the phone for a very long time, but
it's a challenge, right? Can I stay off the phone for 5 days? I don't know.
Offline and locally will save everything you need and have on the web page, provided it's not a video.
Yeah.
So you will have this locally. It does not mean that when you're checking Pearl Trees, we will save this content. We won't. We will just deal with local online. Basically what we do is organizing online content. So we are not taking content. But when it's used locally, then you have it at hand.
Yeah, when I'm capturing stuff too, I can always take a screenshot or use like Clipboard and grab a piece of it or something like that.
I think you don't even
Do you see
need
Clipboard
that.
as a competitor, by the way?
Kind of. I think it's a kind of competitor. I think our core value is about what you do with staff and the community. It's not about having very advanced tool to size, resize, cut, recut. Those tools are going to come, by the way, but we would consider them additional feature. What the main aspect is being able for you to have your library in your pocket. And for us, is to have it very social. There's a lot of engagement.
No, that's cool. What else does the Pearls do? I know what they do because I've been following you for years now. But what else for people who've never seen Pearl Trees or thought about using it? What else is it good for? I guess is a good question.
Well, actually, what it does is, in one word.
You might show me.
What it does in one word is all your interest at hand. So you have 5 minutes, you want your interest. You click on Pearl Trees. What you see are your own pearls first. So stuff you care about, stuff you kept for yourself to read later.
Yeah.
You want more, maybe. You're tired of your own pearls, so you have some time to lose.
Yeah.
You want to discover related interest. You will see very deep related interest. You see, I had a Pearl Trees history. I click on related, and there will be literally thousands of Pearl Trees on history, all linked among each other with interest and with specific detail. So I can browse all this, what we call interest graph, and discover amazing stuff, even without searching. Obviously, I can search as well. Eventually, I may want to add pearls, or I may want to say, okay, this Pearl Tree about history, I like it a lot. It's a very cool one. I really want to keep it. So I will pick this Pearl Tree and put it into my own account, exactly as I do with any other pearl. Boom, it's directly in my account, it's here. And even more, I can suggest to team up with the person that did this Pearl Tree.
Yeah.
And that's the time where my library becomes a truly social and truly magical library. Because the person here, we add Pearl on his own, and we're going to collaborate on this. And it's not, I'm creating content, or this person is creating content anymore. That's a community, an interest community, which create content.
Yeah.
So in one word, what do you have with Pearl Trees? All your interest in your pocket, available at every minute. Either the interest you know and the interest you don't know yet.
Yeah. Oh, what are you seeing customers use this for, or people out there?
Oh, the use cases are continuing to sort of be exposed, especially with the iPhone app and some of the new features. So a great example is Patrice was recently looking for a new flat in Paris. So now you could do a search for the real estate that's interesting. First of all, capture those links as pearls. Now you can physically visit the location, snap some photos of the physical location, add it to the same tree, and maybe make notes. The street noise is terrible here, the parking is a problem, or look at this beautiful view. And you could even team up with somebody else, maybe your realtor. They can add pearls for you to check out, or your spouse. Now with the ability to add photos directly from the device, either from your library or from taking an actual photo, you have the ability to add context to any other Pearl Tree or just flexibly curate a gallery of your images. I mean, I immediately thought about you because you take so many pictures. And now you can, instead of just being forced into some kind of a structure that's chronological, you can organize to tell a story in a much more beautiful way. We've talked before about using Pearl Trees for presentation, and it may be the most beautiful, flexible, and powerful slideshow tool for your photos.
No, this is really an interesting idea to think about for a whole lot of context. As I go to Rome, it's going to be a lot of fun. By the way, a group can work on a tree as well, right? So it's not just for me. And is that true of the iPhone version as well?
It's true of all the versions, and there's really no limit. In fact, I did something interesting. I was at Newhouse, which is part of University of Syracuse, a while ago, and I had an entire class, over 50 students, curating the same Pearl Tree in real time.
Yeah.
So you can actually, and what's very interesting about the product is, let's say that you've teamed up with me, you're in Rome and I'm here, and I'm adding stuff, and you happen to look and see that I'm curating our common Rome Pearl Tree, you'll actually see that tree growing, changing as I make those changes in real time wherever you are, as long as you're connected.
No, that's cool. So I can say Rome and then restaurants, and then other people who know the restaurants can put Pearl Trees and say, oh, you got to go to this restaurant, you got to go this one, and they can even categorize them further and say, well, this is a traditional Italian restaurant, this is more of a German restaurant or something like that, right? And so I can see the kinds of food that they serve, right?
Absolutely, and then when you go to the restaurants, you can, to that same Pearl Tree, say, I was here, and here's what I ate, and maybe even make some notes about it. Oh, this was great, the chef's name is Luigi, and he was fantastic. Try the Barolo.
Very cool.
Yeah, I think that's what makes us unique. Most of the social services you use are based on stream, so you have new things. Social but new things. And there are a whole bunch of note-taking, curation apps around which are about you, and you may organize things a bit. What makes Pearl Trees unique is that it's social and it's not about news, it's really about interest. So that's because of this tree structure, that you can have a team about restaurant, a team about wine, and that they won't be the same people. At all. And that's what makes it a whole interest graph, is that actually we don't have this following or friend features that any other event curation services have, just for this reason.
Yeah.
Just because it's a place for interest, it does that exactly that, and nothing else.
No, I totally agree. In fact, on like a Quora I use a lot, I unfollowed everybody because it brought noise into the system. You don't want to follow somebody because they like cats and they like something you want, like wine. And so they bring cats in as noise. Noise is bad. Here, all I wanted to see was the wine in Rome that I'm going to drink. I don't want to see cat photos. And in interest systems, following people just doesn't make sense. You want to know who wrote it and who curated it, so you can reward them in some way, or take them to dinner, and know who put that value into your life. But
exactly.
Following them holistically that's for Facebook.
That's for Facebook, and Facebook does it well. So you don't need to replicate, but it gives you an additional ability. When you're not following people but topic, and when you are collaborating on topic, you've got much less noise. So it enables you to follow much more people, and even people you don't know. And that's where you move from social network to pure interest network. I would say, that's my claim, most of the so-called interest network around are a mix of social and interest.
Yeah.
Because you're following friends. On Pearl Trees, it's even very difficult on purpose to find friends. The consequences, you will follow interest of people you don't know at all. So people make their Pearl Trees, they discover common interest with others and team up and pick other people's Pearl Trees.
Yeah.
People they don't know.
By the way, you could have private Pearl Trees, right?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
That's always this question.
Because that's like Pearl Trees at work, right? You want to talk. You want here at Rackspace. We have a strategy team. We can strategize about what company we're going to buy or what we're going to do next. We want to have that as a private Pearl Tree. Right?
And you know what? We have something like, depending on the day, between 10 and 100 emails a day 100 being the max, about people asking that, because obviously your rack space, you want to make a review of your competitors, but you don't want everyone to see who you consider your competitors or what you're going to do. And team is a very useful feature for that. Yeah. So private zone, private team are definitely going to come, but they will be part of Pearltree's business model, so they will be premium features.
Very cool. Anything else we should talk about? I think we ran through the iPhone app pretty well, so congrats on shipping on that. So.
Thank you. So one thing is that I think it's a really unique attempt to have a whole library with a whole library feature right in your pocket. Yeah. So I hope you will add a lot of stuff to this library and you will like it.
I'll try it for my Rome trip because I think that's going to be a great use case for having that in my pocket.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Because we love you and we miss you and we want you to come and visit us sometime. So, like, yeah. We all miss you, Miriam. So, can you come and visit us? And visit us all day? And Coco wants to see you. Say, you miss her. I miss you. And I love you. Mwah. Stop, Steve. Okay, bye. Love you. Bunches, too. Laters. What the fuck is that? Shut up, Amanda. Stop trying to steal my slang word. What the hell? Okay, cool beans. Gosh. Re-roll chicken and Kool-Aid and a grape kind. Oh,